Hey everybody, Johnny Be Good here, located today in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Bethlehem, Pennsylvania is somewhere around the neighborhood of Allentown, Pennsylvania. I am located here inside the Kraft facility. I have been instructed to do a drop and hook. I am currently pulling an empty trailer and will be dropping it as soon as I can find a hole to put it in, and hopefully the drop and hook, meaning that my load will actually be loaded and ready, and that load delivers to Chicopee, Massachusetts. But as you can see, there's no empty trailers here, or no empty slot to drop the trailer, so I have no idea what to do. I guess we'll run around here until we find an empty spot somewhere. But anyhow, I'm still enjoying my brand new truck. I most especially are enjoying the smell of my brand new truck. Today, by the way, is June 27, 2013. And I have uploaded Goldwing video 9B. I had so much videos about my Goldwing trip and blogs that it took me a long time to catch up. In fact, today is the 4th day of this trucking since I got back, and I have not even begun to upload any of my trucking videos yet. And this CR England is having a hard time backing it in there. Not that I can do better. I rarely criticize anyone for backing up poorly, because I myself, I have my moments. And see if I can get through this guy. Yep, he's gonna go check it out. He's not gonna make that. Anyhow, so that is the million-dollar question, is where to drop this empty trailer. As I remember, I think there's a... Oh, there it is. There it is. Back up, back up, back up. Slow down, back up. Okay, whenever you're backing up a truck, before you back up a truck, put your 4 ways on, your hazard, your flasher, because then other people can tell you what your intentions are. trucking world, if we see a truck with the flasher on, either that truck has broke down or he's backing up. And either way, give him a lot of room. Okay, we should be able to just squeeze in here with one shot, hopefully. Check for clearance, check for clearance. I think we got it, George. Golly, George, I think we got it. Yes. And you know what? I am not a hero. I don't deliberately go find me a harder way to back up a truck just so somebody can be impressed. Alright, let's go drop this trailer and check in, and hopefully pray that our preloaded trailer is preloaded. One of the things that I miss about my old truck, believe it or not, is remember on my early videos I demonstrated that all I had to do was to release the fifth wheel. By the way, that's the fifth wheel release right there. All I had to do was pull a knob over there. Oh! You gotta love brand new trucks. Everything is so tight. Looks like that truck over there tried to do the same thing I did, except he did not swing wide enough. Now he's got to go back up and do it all over again. On my earlier blogs, which I don't think I expressed myself properly, a lot of drivers will go, see it hit right there, right? It's on the ground. A lot of drivers will crank this, and then they pull out. What happens then is that the next driver that comes in and tries to hook up, the trailer is actually 3 to 4 inches higher than the fifth wheel. So what you have to do then is to go over here and crank this thing on first gear, and it takes so much strength out of you and it takes so much time. So it's kind of rude to do it that way. So what I do is I leave about 2 to 3 inches of space between the ground and the dolly. That way the chances of, that way when you drop it, the trailer is actually lower than the fifth wheel. And so the next driver that backs up, he's using the fifth wheel and his truck to lift the trailer instead of you're using your all your strength to lift or to lower the trailer, right? I am confident that you guys are smart enough to understand my English, my broken English. Okay, so on this particular model, from now on, the way to release the kingpin from the fifth wheel is to pull this. Watch this. See that? And now the kingpin is released from the fifth wheel. And so now I can pull up ahead and leave the trailer here. By the way, that little gadget that I used to release the fifth wheel is called the fifth wheel puller. Okay, so I will demonstrate to you once more. All right. As you can see, the height of this trailer and the height of this fifth wheel, look how lower that is, right? So what happens is when I back into this trailer, this little lower lip is gonna catch inside below the trailer, and all I gotta do is push and back up the truck all the way. As soon as I back it up, the fifth wheel, which is this half round thing, is going to lift the trailer up. Instead of if somebody was to drop the trailer higher than the fifth wheel. For example, some drivers will drop the trailer this high. So when you back up, you're actually your fifth wheel here and your trailer is here. And now you've got a 40,000 pound trailer that you had to dolly all the way down, and some dollies are so rusty they are very, very hard to crank down. So I consider that really, really rude and very upsetting when drivers crank down the dollies so much, raising the trailer up higher than most fifth wheel. I consider that really rude and stupid. And a lot of drivers do that because when they drop the trailer, they don't want that sudden jerk, that scary feeling of, boy, I hope I dropped the trailer or dollies long enough. Let's go park in front of this guy here. One way to solve that is the suspensions on these trucks are airbags. They're inflated airbags. And in order, the one way to solve that problem is what we call airbag dump, which is right here. See that little sign? If I press that right there, that means the airbag suspensions are depleting, and that means You can't ride around with the depleted airbag because you literally don't have any suspension. So in order for you to drive around in normal operation, that has to be raised or sealed up. Alright, I better go in there and check in, give them my paperwork, and hopefully get my preloaded trailer loaded. We'll catch you later. Johnny Be Good here. Peace.